Our relationship was built on unhealthy emotional attachment, and I stayed because it was all that I knew.
How many times have I heard that before? Not me personally, you know what I'm saying? I don't do that shit. I'll just fucking up and leave. I'll log out the server out of it. You said I'm a what? Oh, okay, word, yeah. Goodbye. I'm one of them. I'm not sticking for all the bullshit. This all could have been solved when either one of y'all saw first glimpses of some shit that you were not fucking with. Bottom line, as soon as you saw him tearing up shit and breaking and punching walls, you should have been like, oh, this nigga tripping, fool. I'm out of here. Kenneth, you also. I just remember you saying that that's the light skin shit caught you off guard. You fell for it, yeah? You shouldn't have fucked with her. You saw that she was light skinned from jump. You should have left the bitch alone. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh man, here we go. We got part 2. You already know what time it is, y'all. Good evening. It's the man GitzCuddy. What's poppin'? Here we go again. I have a part 1. Go check the channel. I started up the community. Make a post. It's gonna be part 2 out of 3 because while I was at my fully employed establishment, which is what we like to joke about on the internet now, we got part 2 and 3. So we got the video from the one and only Kathelina herself, My Truth, as it's titled. And then on the right, you can't see it behind my noggin right here, but we got a video from Kenneth that says addressing the allegations. So I don't know exactly what that entails, but it doesn't sound good for either party. Now, as we discussed in the last one, this young lady right here is having relations with a family member, namely the cousin. Not even the step bro. But without dragging it for too long, let's just see what she has to say, and we'll proceed from there. Also, if you'd like to keep up on what's going on, I'm pretty sure you might have seen it somewhere else, but if you hear, you might as well check out my version as well. So it's on the channel. Go ahead, fucks with it. Let's get started. Wait a minute, I'm sorry. Oh, she taking a deep breath. It's already giving me that vibe. Look at me pausing half a second into the video. I'm a true reaction channel in its essence. I'm sorry I'm messing up y'all audio here. I'm trying to grab my mic and bring it a little closer so that I don't have to sit so close to my screen. Okay, that should be better. Now, already half a second has played and I'm already getting that vibe. This is like one of the soulless. Hi guys, it's my channel. You guys know who I am. And I would just like to say, I'm sorry. And it will never happen again. You know, the typical YouTuber apology videos. This is along the lines of that, with the title being My Truth, but let's proceed.
Hello everyone, I am here to say my truth and share my story on the things that have been released on the internet and the things that have happened.
No, I'm messing stuff up. My bad, y'all. My bad. I'm over here dropping shit, man.
My truth and share my story on the things that have been released on the internet and the things that have happened to me. First and foremost, I want to start off by taking full accountability for what I did. I want to start off by apologizing to the person that I hurt the most in this situation, which was my ex.
We'll start off there. That's a pretty good start. Now let me get a sip of water. Four cubes, because you can't have anything odd numbered. Shout out to Squidward.
I want to say sorry to my supporters that I disappointed. I did a lot of things that I'm not proud of, and I have to own up to them. To my ex, I'm so sorry for hurting you, and I'm sorry that I did not take your feelings into consideration when I did what I did. But our relationship was not picture perfect as it may seem. I lost.
Here we go. Here we go. Here's the start. Sorry that I stepped out of bounds, but technically you had it coming because there was, you know what I'm saying, it's already started.
Myself in our relationship, and I was in a very dark place at the time when I did what I did. I have to own up to what I did. I have to take accountability for my actions. And in doing that, I've come to realize that I need help for myself and for all my loved ones around me. I know I've done wrong. I fucked up, and I'm taking time away to seek professional help in order to correct my mistakes, reflect on what I've done, and
No, nigga, she's PR trained. I ain't gonna lie, she's PR trained. She's gonna take some time away to get professional help. No, what she's about to do is, I'm gonna get off the internet so that niggas can forget about what just happened here. I'm trying to make sure that I get out of here so that as long as people are blowing my name up about what just happened about me having relations with my cousin, it will get swept under the rug because eventually there's going to be a new funnel of drama going on. And once that starts to blow over, maybe about 2 or 3 cycles, then I'm going to come back and be consistent again. I don't know if you, I don't know. It might be too early to call it, but I'm kind of getting that vibe. This just typically happens a lot. A lot of people just don't say anything. Okay. I'll try to be a little bit more professional this time.
and become a better person.
It's
But I
only
would
been
still
a
like to
minute,
come
so
on
I
here
actually got to let it
to
play.
share my story, because regardless, I've done wrong and I did not have to go down that route, and I deeply regret it. But there's more to my story, and there's a lot of lies and misinformation being spread about me in order to
brother, here
farm
we
more
go.
hate and negativity towards my name. And I would like to clear up a lot of things. First, I want to address the note that was released online. I did not have any involvement in creating it or writing it in any way. It was only shared to me. And I also want to make this very clear. I did not have any sexual intercourse with anybody outside of my relationship. There was a
Now we getting into the cap, huh? We getting into the cap already. Did we not see him scrolling through the text messages and them saying that what we did, the sacrifice, things will never be the same. We can't talk about it. If one of us get into another relationship, it's gonna be weird. All kind of the fun details that we just were exposed to from Mr. Kenneth. She's lying. It could be I'm jumping the gun. I might just be jumping the gun, but I got a feeling that something is not quite clicking.
rumor going around that I was cheating my entire relationship, and I've been doing this for months, which is completely false because this is only a recent incident that had occurred. I'm not trying to make anything I've done sound any better, but I think it's important that I share my truth because of the insane amount of lies that are being spread about me on the internet. Firstly, I want to clear up that I wasn't disowned by anybody, and I still have a great relationship with my mother. This was a fallacious rumor that was started by someone that I thought was a friend, and is completely untrue. My family does not agree with the choices that I made, but they're standing beside me as I continue to get help and work to better myself.
Nigga, they said you was getting disowned. Hey, bro, if I don't know how to dictate what to do with said actions. I just know that what you have done is not permissible by any court of moral law. I don't know about legality, but my nigga, you know what you did. And then now let's keep it even here. Let's keep it even. You may have only recently fucked up, right? But the build up to it has been progressive along the relationship, you know what I mean? So technically, we're being equals here. That counts as you fucking around for the whole time of the relationship. Because if it was on the other foot and it was like, oh, he was texting this bitch the whole time, he was fucking around with her, setting it up the whole time, they would be like, oh my gosh, he was being a dirty nigga from the jump. Look at her. No. I wasn't cheating the whole relationship. I just, you know what I'm saying? I don't even like saying the phrase and placing I before what I say, bro, because it's just like, I'm not doing that shit. Hey,
I also want to talk about a stream that my ex was on where he alleged that I did not want to publicly claim him and I wanted to hide our relationship from the internet. But in reality, in the first year of us being together, we actually had a popular couple page. And the real reason on why I wanted to go private was because at the time, I had a lot of people actively telling me to leave him because it was toxic. I also want to make it clear that any cousin or stepbrother or any content like that that we made together was...
What are you doing, step bro? Did you watch my video? I don't know if anybody else said a step bro allegation, but it sounded like somebody might have clicked on my page. I ain't gonna lie. Regardless, it doesn't matter if it was your cousin, your step bro, or a friend. Nigga, you fucked your cousin, okay? I would go on the lines and be like, you know, that's all right. There's nothing wrong with that. What's wrong is you know, breaching a contract or the relationship, but it's okay. People fuck around. But mentally, something is terribly wrong for you to even come up here and think that this video was a good idea.
It was his idea and he convinced me to do it. The next thing I want to address is a very serious topic. It is my belief that suicide in any form should be taken serious and never lightly. While I understand the streaming business and the need to say crazy things in order to get clips and impressions, the thought that somebody's personal struggle with suicide can be used by anybody for jokes and views is disgusting and cruel. While I've been off the net, it was brought to my attention that the streamer Snowcone made up a false rumor that I admitted myself into a suicide facility in order to get attention from my ex. I was involuntarily admitted into a suicide facility because I was considered a threat to myself. It was a terrible experience and one I would never wish on myself or anybody else. I want to say to Snowcone that while I understand I'm not perfect and I've done wrong, regardless of the mistakes that a person makes, that doesn't give you or anybody else the right to belittle, lie.
I hope she gets into this because I've been making faces for like a good minute and a half. How are you with being a threat to yourself suddenly? I'm not caught up on anything that you do also, Kathelina. So I don't really know what's going on here, but being admitted regardless. Yeah, I don't know. It might be sounding like, you trying to. Oh no, this sounds like a cop out, my nigga. I'm not trying to belittle none of all the you know the PC culture of 2026, but it sounded like you trying to. I don't know.
And create false allegations.
She's hitting the self-destruct button.
Throughout all of this, you've lied and made up rumors about me in order to hate farm me and get attention. Even though you don't care, I want to let you know that the rumors you created have garnered me more death threats and have made my mental battle that much harder. And that hurts from someone I considered a close friend. Me and my ex were involved in a toxic and abusive relationship. When I was in love with him, I was blind to the harmful behavior and abuse that was going on. Our relationship was built on unhealthy emotional attachment, and I stayed because it was all that I knew.
How many times have I heard that before? Not me personally, you know what I'm saying? I don't do that shit. I'll just fucking up and leave. I'll log out the server on a bit. Fuck that. I'm just gonna be like, oh word. You said I'm a what? Oh, okay, word, yeah. Goodbye. I'm one of them. I'm not sticking for all the bullshit. It's not in my character, because this right here is totally optional. I stuck in it because that's all I knew. You know what you also know? Being alone where that doesn't exist. It's also an option.
He was my first boyfriend. He was my first everything. And I met him when I was 18, just graduated high school, and he was 21.
No, it sounds like you knew your cousin before that. I'm just saying.
Two sides to every story, and our relationship was unhealthy on both ends. And since he's decided to bring my wrongdoings onto the internet, I believe it is only fair that I bring attention to the things that he has done to me, because my ex was never a saint like he paints himself out.
Let's hear it.
We had a lot of arguments.
No. That nigga did not say that he was a saint whatsoever. That nigga said he thought about jeopardizing his freedom over this information. That nigga is nowhere near a safe bet of anything. Calling him a saint would be far-fetched out of his own mouth. That nigga said he was internally crashing out. He thought he was finna have to off you, bro. Like, that's that nigga is nowhere near a saint out of his own mouth.
Arguments throughout our relationship, which was normal, but what wasn't normal was the verbal, mental, and physical abuse that he subjected me to. He put me through a lot in the past 2.5 years of us being together. He even forced himself on me at one point. My ex dealt with a lot of anger issues, and he would often use me as an outlet. For example, he would punch things, he would rip wires in the heat of conflicts. He would yell at me when I cried, and he would gaslit me until I believed I was the problem. There were 2 or 3 times where my ex would approach me unprovoked and put me in a chokehold against the wall, and I would tell him to stop because I was scared, and he wouldn't. The next thing I'm about to say are serious allegations that I know men often get falsely accused of, but at the end of the day, all I can do is come on here, tell my truth, tell my story, whether you want to believe it or not. There was a time where me and my ex were drinking, and he forced himself onto me. And it hurt, and I cried, and I begged him to stop, but he never did. At the time of
I'm not gonna dive too deep into that because she did say it herself. It is often that this is a level of a false accusation, but then on top of that, y'all was both drinking. Now, ultimately, at the end of the day, if you were not 21 and this is the occurrence, he's automatically gonna be at fault because he's the legal adult here. I ain't gonna lie, I just can't get past you fucking the cousin. I can't do it, bro. I just gotta
my
listen.
essay, he was very rough on me, which resulted in me getting a cut on my insides. Luckily, I was able to take video footage of the blood on the scene and a graphic photo of the damage that resulted. After all this abuse, I formed a trauma bond with my ex, which made it hard for me to leave and left me in a cycle of half-hearted apologies that I continue to accept. This was a memory of mine that was heavily repressed because I didn't know how to process it at the time, and I was very oblivious to what a healthy relationship was supposed to look like.
Let me just be disingenuous and say some females are into that. So I don't know if you read them kind of novels or not. I'm not discrediting you. I'm just saying.
Like, after 1 year of mental torment and trying to get my ex to change to no avail, I left.
Oh, we got some. Wait a minute. No, you had that up for not long enough for niggas to read.
Trying to get my ex to change to no avail.
Okay. Because we had his messages. Oh, I see the last one. I hope you rot in hell. Hold on, let me see. Let me see what we got here. So this is messages to Kat. Yeah, man, I passed out last night. Kat, give me a brief overview of why you broke up with Kenneth. Oh, so this is a friend. Or this might be the cousin. I don't know who this is, so I'm just gonna have to read. Never change. Not for me, at least. Not while in this relationship. He needs to be alone to see that. I don't know what's going on as far as this right here. Wait, what's that up there? What's that up there talking about if you gonna be up later? Oh, okay, never mind. This is the this is the message from her to address these things. Okay. So I stood up for myself and broke up with him 2 days ago when we argued again. Never an hour we break up with dead ass. Oh, and then this is her texting Kenneth. Okay. I don't know. Maybe the left is the cousin or a friend. I don't know who that is. Okay. No, I'm good. You got it. Good response. Oh, I'm good. You got it. He said I'm through. I'm not even gonna slip up and say something stupid. Okay, cool. But I'm the one that doesn't care as much, right? I hope you right in hell. Let's proceed.
I left. Here's proof of my ex admitting to his.
Wait a minute. Stop. What the fuck? Leave it up for a second. Like, oh my gosh. I'm trying to read. I started shaking when I seen your text. I still am. Good. You hope I rot in hell? I've been in hell these past 11 days. I've been experiencing hell on earth. Good. That's crazy. I am just so speechless right now. You should be. I was just thinking about you and ranting about you. Is you texting me right now God's work? What? That's why I said this nigga with these high school game exchanges. I'm just not. Is you texting me right now God's work? Nah, the devil. She's talking about him. I was about to say, bro, what the? I'm just so speechless right now, bro. Oh, and she got, and these are old screenshots. Oh, this is just too much. Okay. I'm probably gonna have to like cut and skip this part so that I can like make it a little bit more seamless. So I'm not just sitting here staring at the screen while y'all. And when I said I would do better, I'm not going to talk about the effects or what I've been going through because I'm not trying to manipulate you to feeling bad from here or possibly twist your mind. But this is how I feel. This doesn't look good for you, Ken. This ain't looking good for you, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Because every time a nigga flip and have one of these, I can't believe it, man. She was doing me wrong the whole time. I should have believed it and I should have looked at the signs, bro. It's just been bad. And then you get a text like this showing up like, it's looking like, it wasn't perfect on both sides, like she did say in the beginning. But I ain't gonna lie though. The cousin is crazy. Wait, I didn't even finish reading. I'm sorry. Hold on. I was looking at a picture of you maybe a few days ago who with Brittany and was asking how could I make such a sweet girl cry? How could I do something so bad to such a lovable woman? These 11 days have been full of emotion and I've seen this video of a guy and there's more after this. Now, personally, I can understand from like a sense of literature and like, you know, poetry, like a poetic insert. Like, I don't know, like, do y'all say this out loud? Just asking, how could I make such a sweet girl cry? Like, that doesn't sound like real English to me. You don't hear niggas say this in real life. This is text only.
Choose and admitting to it.
Oh my gosh. You get a drink of water. After anger is to sadness, to crying. And I was telling myself if I could go back in time, what would I change? And I was able to list so many things that I would do differently to ensure I'd never lost you. After realization, there's loneliness. You realize she's probably gone and living life and you're here dying. See, so this is what I'm talking about, bro. I can't even, like, I'm trying to read this with so much conviction and it's just like, niggas don't say this shit in real life. Not niggas just being men. I'm just saying in general, like, people is not really, this is like literature based analyzation. This is Chat GPT. That's what this is. I seen something said the girls grieved and get over it quicker than guys because the guys are stubborn. And to be honest, I don't know if that's true, but as time went on, it hit more and more. It's day 11 and I'm here up at 2 a.m. thinking about you. Bro, y'all see the August Alsina and Zoo? They have a song. That's part of the lyrics right there. It's like 2 a.m. and I'm thinking about you. Hoping you tell me to come through. Cause you know I'm gonna be on the way to come take you down. I promise that I won't break you. 2 a.m. and I'm thinking of getting sidetracked. Let me proceed.
Abuse that led to fallout.
Kenneth. The fucked up part about all this is that I'm not even listening to what she's saying in this whole excerpt. I'm just trying to read all these messages, so I'm gonna have to go back and listen to her speak streamline. We were at our last straws, and I definitely didn't need to add to that by being stubborn after saying I will do better at fixes. I had a dream about you, just watching you from a distance. Maybe this will help make me a little bit more serious. You were shining, glowing like the sun, doing you and prospering, and I believe no matter how close I tried to get, I couldn't reach you. And immediately when I woke up, I started punching my bed like, why is this my reality? I feel like shit. I feel so miserable in my life. I don't have joy in anything I do anymore. I'm not happy anymore. And to be honest, I was telling Brittany I'd rather die than continue living my life like this. Oh, I'm out of words and shit. And then continue living like this for the rest of my life. Seeing your text made me shake and almost start tearing up because of how much I've been missing you.
Of our relationship.
Holy shit, you are a goddamn author. Like I'm every one of these because it's only like it's doing like the Android or like the old Samsung text threads when you would send a long message, it would cut it and it would say like one of two. But every one of these is adding another one. I'll keep thinking it's gonna be over. You brought so much light and joy into my life. Every moment with you felt like a gift, and now that you're gone, there's this emptiness that I can't seem to fill. I miss your smile, your laugh, the way you made even the simplest moments feel special. You were my everything. my soul, and the love of my life. See, that's what's wrong with you, my nigga. This is not. This is the problem. But let's not lose the plot here. You remember, he did say that they have broken up in the past. He did say that they have broken up in the past, so that's probably where all this shit came from, because the one of them screenshots did have the date from previous years in there, or like a previous date of like a July or something like that. So this is old. This isn't new. So this is probably around when one of those instances was when they broken up. You know what I'm saying? This is good evidence. However, he did already mention that they have broken up in the past before. Now let me get back to reading like this is class. You lucky you niggas aren't here with me. I'll be whichever one of you niggas I can't read, I'll be picking on you next. I guaranteed. I'll be like, Kenneth, yeah, no, that nigga Kenneth can read because he wrote all this shit right here. Let's go ahead and pick you. Yep, you watching right there. As soon as the teacher be like, who wants to read next? Or who are you gonna pick to volunteer to read the next chapter? Yo ass, you gonna be the next one reading this shit. I done read more than my fair share. But oh yeah, I didn't even get to the point because I did notice that he did mention that they've broken up before. My point is, this section right here, amongst the other fucking 5 pages that I done read, my soul, this nigga's whole entire world stopped. One, because of what it sounds like is because of something that he did, because he's taking blame for a lot of bad shit. And he's over here talking about his whole world came to an end after they broke up, bro. This is the problem. This is what would cause a whole other second ago. He was talking about some you got it, but then this is what you reply with afterwards, bro. Yeah, she got your ass. You was thinking about you. I don't know what you was thinking about, but yeah, you was thinking something was going on. Let me get back. I think about you constantly, replaying our memories in my mind. I miss the way you used to look at me, the way you made me feel like I was the luckiest person in the world. Losing you has left a void that nothing else can fill. No comment. I realize now, more than ever, how much you were meant to me, and how much I took for granted. You were my everything, and I let you down. I wish I could go back and change things, make different choices, show you just how much you mean to me. But I know I can't change the past. All I can do is hope that one day you'll understand how deeply I regret my mistakes and how much I love you.
The letters that
Oh, so that's it. Okay, so let me go back and listen to what she has to say. Is that the cat that was meowing in the meow? You better kick that nigga out. That's the one who got you caught up in the first place. My fucking mittens over here got you caught up. That was his camera he set up. You can't trust him. You better get that nigga up out of there. But realistically, let's go back. I'll put it this way, bro. No. I still need to hold on to this mic, because I still don't want to get any closer to the screen. Look, bro. One, that was a lot of fucking reading for some shit that he probably did not mean. And two, I just fell for it because they got back together more than once. That nigga say you are the moon, the sun, and the stars, and I'm empty without you. And I still see your shadows in my room. That nigga said everything he could think of, bro. Shout out to ChatGPT.
That he wrote.
Now let me go back and listen to her speak streamlined from back here to where so that her truth can make more sense to me.
After 1 year of mental torment and trying to get my ex to change to no avail, I left. Here's proof of my ex admitting to his anger issues and admitting to the abuse that led to the fallout of our relationship. I still have the letters that he wrote for me where he confessed to his abuse.
You might be fucked, buddy. I did say that also. You might be fucked. Bro, I don't even want to read. Yeah, let's just read the highlighted part. You got me reading a whole essay and shit. I'm up here trying to proofread and all kind of... I always try to hit you with let's not break up. Let's continue fighting. I will change or other empty lies. The truth is, you did the right thing. You were strong enough to see the man you once loved has become uncontrollable, and I've gone into a spiral of destruction. I was constantly raising my voice, acting erratically, and mentally abusing you. I did not understand your decision until the decision hit me. I became a stranger, someone who you did not know from the start, and you breaking up with me helped me realize that I need to work on myself. I am not working on myself for the sake of the relationship, but for me. I have problems that can hinder my growth in many areas of my life, and if I do not get that settled now, it will only grow worse. I am very thankful that you showed me who I am.
Used and confessed to the wrongdoings that he put me
Holy,
through in
bro,
our relationship.
I've read enough.
I also have a screenshot of a 20-minute confession where he confessed to his wrongdoings, and he made it for me in order to convince me to continue being in a relationship with him. I tried to re-access the link in order to showcase the video for you guys today, but it was sent by him and it was privated by him, so I no longer have access to it. My ex often tried to use money as a way to avoid responsibility for his shortcomings.
He fucked that night, guaranteed. Let me just proceed.
I'm very grateful for everything my ex bought for me. However, I don't appreciate insisting that I was freeloading off of him when everything he ever did was his choice. And I don't believe a relationship should just be reduced to a list of expenses either. Monetary value does not disregard toxic behaviors. After all of these gestures, I took my ex back in February of 2025.
Now, behind all of the silliness that I'm making out of this situation, this is pretty fucked up. Because there's a lot of people who go through these things regularly from time to time. Well, I wouldn't even say from time to time. It's all the time. It just happens like, you know, when you get to see the inside of somebody's story, it just hits a little bit different. But, bro, this all could have been solved when either one of y'all saw first glimpses of some shit that you were not fucking with. Bottom line. As soon as you saw him tearing up shit and breaking and punching walls, you should have been like, oh, this nigga tripping, fool. I'm out of here. That could have been avoided, but you didn't know any better. You didn't know no different. Fair. Kenneth, you also said it. I don't know what else you attributed to it. I just remember you saying that that's the light skin shit caught you off guard. You fell for it. Yeah. You shouldn't have fucked with her. You saw that she was light skinned from jump. You should have left the bitch alone. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I need help in that sense. I need to listen and grow and do better. At the end of the day, I chose to stay in this relationship and I made my mistakes. I regret everything I did and I wish I could take it all back. I never wanted to hurt anybody and I understand how badly I messed up. The only thing I can do from now is take the time to better myself and to heal. The next and final thing I would like to discuss is my mental health. Throughout everything that has happened, I have come to terms with the fact that I suffer with depression. It's a battle.
I ain't gonna lie. I said it at the beginning of the video. This is kind of giving me that vibe. I'm sorry I'll never do it again. I regret every decision I made, and I hope to change and do better for my future. As format, it is giving that still, but at least we got some spicy information in between. Am I right?
That I've been unknowingly fighting for the past 2 years. I was in denial and blamed it on a lot of other things in my life without fully understanding myself. Mental health is so stigmatized to where a lot of people, including me, do not get the help that they need when they need it, and it can often lead to self-destruction. Throughout the past few weeks, I've attempted to take my life multiple times, and the only reason I'm here right now is because I failed.
Yeah, you got some of that cousin that cousin treatment, that keep it in the family. The family only you receive some love that you can only get from within the family. Only somebody who shares your blood can understand you on that level. You get me? So that has kept you going for quite some time. Now, personally, I can't relate. Shout out to my family, but they ain't gonna be able to do that for me, bro. I'm just being honest. Now, joking, having SI is not a laughable matter. You definitely should seek some help. But I just don't like how a lot of times when people get caught up or they get in a situation like so, where either side is doing stuff that they're not supposed to be doing, or that they don't like, or that it was toxic, any level of format for that matter, they always attribute it to, excuse me, not being able to do for themselves. And then at the peak of it, they hit one of these right here. I thought about offing. I thought about doing this. I thought about doing that. I was in a spiral. I was completely lost, demented, tormented. I was traumatized. And who am I? I am not the one to blame. All that shit, bro. Shut up. That's fucking. Oh, I messed up the lyrics. I was traumatized and sick and tired. I am not to blame. It's one of them fuckers. I don't know. But look, bro. Other than being like, this is a luxury, and treating it as such, they treat it as a detriment to their whole heartbeat, bro. And then they end up in a situation like this, where you guys is racking up a pretty decent bag, not gonna lie, but you end up in a situation like this, where you gotta address your truth on the internet and whatnot.
During this fight, I stopped eating, I stopped sleeping, and I struggled to take care of my well-being. I felt helpless, and every day I would struggle with finding a reason to continue to live. I often felt like the world would be a better place without me. The suicide facility that I was admitted to was an abrasive environment that only made me regress more. In my time there, I met a lot of people that were in worse positions than me, and I learned a lot about the unfair and inhumane treatment that these people receive. And from my experience there and my own personal journey, I've been very motivated to advocate for better resources and more attention given to these people to assist them in getting the proper help that they need. I understand that my actions have consequences, and I also understand how the internet works. So I knew the hate was inevitable, and I have no problem with facing that. However, I do want to remind you guys that I am still a human being, and I don't think anyone deserves the immense cyberbullying and the non-stop death threats that I've received in the past few days. I do believe that bringing all of this to the internet in the way my ex did was completely wrong and invasive. It felt like a breach in our privacy. I know a lot of people don't believe I deserve.
I also don't like when people say that too. As soon as somebody they did that shit with the entanglement situation, as people was getting on, oh, she was like, I had an entanglement with August and this and that, and then he got on the thing and was saying that Will gave the blessing, and that, he fully devoted himself to that relationship, all the details of that situation, bro. And then everybody was shitting on August because they're like, oh, bro should have kept his mouth shut. He's over there airing out their business. He's letting people into their private affairs. He's the other party involved in said affair. Therefore, once he decides it's time for him to relinquish his side of the story, it doesn't matter, because he's the other. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't be talking about it on live on air like that, but my nigga, he's one of the involved people in the party. So if he has equal access to the information just like everybody else who was involved. He just decided to be the one to speak on it. That was wrong. That was an invasion of our privacy. Bro, nigga, if somebody fucking a cousin on me, I swear somebody is gonna know. I'm not I may not upload it, but nigga, somebody's going to find out. Bro, that's not like, that's just the cheating part is already enough. He could have just skated past that part. I think it was just how outrageous the info was, where it was just like, nah, bro, I gotta say something about this shit.
The platform that I have, and don't think I should come back to the internet at all. I understand. What I did is undoable.
It's a flow of income.
It's terrible, and I can't tell you enough how much I regret it. However, I do want to come back. I do want to be able to use my platform to raise awareness for mental health, because I know there's a lot of people out there who are just like me, who are struggling and they don't even know it. I will be back to streaming, and I will be back to doing what I love, because at the end of the day, I want to use my platform to help people. And I do believe after I get stronger and I get help, I can do that. To my community and to all my supporters, I'm so sorry I let you guys down. I'm so sorry I disappointed you guys. And if you are still here to support me, thank you. If not, that's okay too. Thank you for your time, and thank you for listening to my truth and my story. This is my experience and the things that I went through in my relationship and in the past 2.5 years of my life.
Well, there you have it, folks. Now, personally, yes, I would like to agree. Mental health awareness is very detrimental to our lives, and that goes into being able to recognize when something is wrong, as well as how to address them to properly take care of yourself and others who may be experiencing these problems. But the rest of all this other information, I feel like that's a little outdated because I need to see something more of the recent when like this stuff popped off. So I guess that's where addressing the allegations from Kenneth will be coming from, huh? Because that's part 3 of this. Cheating is wrong. Cheating with your cousin is very fucking wrong. But then also being in toxic situations and the violent situations or anything that's alleged or along the lines of an allegation, they all need to be cleared up off screen. But for what we have on the internet, we're all going to take this shit and run with it because it's right in front of our face. So that's it for this part of the story. So I guess we'll follow up on Kenneth when we get to his part. So if y'all have any other comments, just let me know down below. Anything to talk about in the community, go ahead and hit that post. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.